I'm gonna lay down. I can put my feet up. Okay. Oh man. You know what the worst part about this is this ground is like scorching hot. This is gonna be nothing but interesting. Clarke Quay is a pretty interesting place to visit in Singapore. It's kind of a hub for restaurants, bars, and nightlife. My favorite thing about Clarke Quay is that it's technically outdoor air conditioning. So while you're here at night, you actually feel the fresh, nice, cool aircon air in an outdoor environment. Now that's something that's pretty unique to Singapore. Singapore is all about the street food, hawker centers, different things like that. But by far one of my favorites is this guy right here. Hey, how's it going? I'll do 1 chocolate chip. Basically, we're getting a nice wedge of fresh cut ice cream from the package, wrapped in rainbow bread. So we literally have an ice cream sandwich. It's refreshing.
After feeding my crew the rest of the ice cream sandwich so they wouldn't overheat, I decided the best thing to do next was seek out some air conditioning.
If you've ever seen the Venetian in Vegas, the Marina Bay Mall, it's kind of Singapore's version. So it has this river that goes through the mall, and you can even take these little boat rides. Shopping in Singapore isn't just a thing, it's kind of like their national pastime. And to be honest, the malls are designed with the photographer and tourist in mind, and the views here are actually fun to photograph and quite beautiful in their own right. This dome will actually create a waterfall in the center. They pump water into this half dome. It actually fills up, swirls around, and then creates this little circular waterfall. Now's the perfect opportunity to talk a little bit about RAW versus JPEG. And when you think of a traditional camera like the Fujifilm X-T3, you really start to think about shooting in RAW format. But what a lot of people don't know is even their iPhone or their smartphone from the last few years also has the capability to shoot in RAW. To talk about RAW files versus JPEGs, we have to understand a little bit about dynamic range. And that's basically the amount of light that we're able to capture with a camera. And when you shoot in JPEG, you're only capturing a little bit of that light and a little bit of that dynamic range. When you switch it to RAW, the camera is actually capturing more light than it's displaying on the back of the LCD or inside of the viewfinder. The camera is capturing so much information that in post-processing, whether we're using our phone or our computer, we can make adjustments to the distribution of light. I would say that the only disadvantage of shooting RAW is that the file size is a little larger than a JPEG. But these days, we have so much space on our smartphones, so much space on our hard drives, that there's really no reason not to shoot RAW. What? You gotta get the selfie.
So far, every location we've been to in Singapore is somewhere I've been before. But my director, well, let's just say she had something else in mind.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
All right. I have no idea where we are right now. Oh man. This is gonna be nothing but interesting. Haw Par Villa. Gods of happiness, wealth, and longevity. Then we also have the 10 courts of hell. Famed as Tiger Balm Kings from Rangoon, the former capital of present-day Myanmar, the Haw brothers moved their business to Singapore in 1926. So in 1934, Boon Haw had the unique vision of a grand mansion and gardens for his dear brother, and Haw Par Villa was born. His noble aim was to immortalize and share the moral values behind the various meaningful Chinese legends by decorating the grounds. Definitely sounds like hell to me. No, it's most definitely hell to me. From what I understand, this is supposed to represent the 10 courts of hell and Chinese folklore, but they say due to its graphic nature, parental discretion is advised. So at your own risk, view the 10 courts of hell. I wasn't really expecting this many people here, actually. There's literally like a school field trip of like 5- and 6-year-olds all running through here. That looks pretty uncomfortable to me. This is sort of universal across any form of hell, is people impaled on spikes. This to me is probably a classic. Whether or not you believe in hell or punishment in the afterlife, it's interesting to see that there are 10 levels and that you're distributed based on your crimes into these very interesting and articulate forms of punishment. And it'll tell you the crime. So this is cheating, cursing, or abducting others, and there's literally a specific punishment. And I feel like I've done a lot of cursing, so this is quite troubling for me. I will be sawn into or thrown onto a tree of knives. That's a little disturbing.
Just when I thought I was done with Haw Par Villa, things were about to get even more strange.
As it turns out, my director Valentina has created this series of random photography challenges where I have no idea what I'm going to be faced with, and I have no control of where I'm going to have to face it, and apparently it's going to be here.
Yep, this is the place. Okay, what camera do you have?
I don't.
You don't have a camera?
Oh, I do. I have my iPhone.
Okay,
so I have my iPhone.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 23.
It's 11.
Hey Siri, go easy on me.
Straight up, take a photo of your shoes. Starting now. All right.
There's certain things that, yeah, it's a great idea, we should try that. And the challenges, I'm like, I don't know. Gangster rat, I don't know how. I'm gonna go back to hell. Feet, hell, nope, this isn't doing it for me. Let's visit another area. Let's find like the Shrine of Virtue or something. Can I phone a friend? Can I ask the audience? What the heck is that? Oh, this is nice. Okay, let's see. Let's sit down on the ground. This looks ridiculous. You know what the worst part about this is? This ground is like scorching hot. All right, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna shoot a pano. Center my feet. I feel like I'm on the right track. I just need the best background possible. I'm gonna lay down in this weird angle because I can put my feet up. And Val, could you move to your right, please? You're in my photo, and if this is gonna be...
To my right.
Fine, you're in the photo now. This might be the winner now. This is very uncomfortable.
That about wraps it up for Haw Par Villa. I don't know if I was sad to go or relieved, but this day had yet another surprise in store for me. My friend Edward managed to get us access to the balcony at the Peninsula Excelsior Hotel.
It overlooks some of the most beautiful parts of Singapore, in my opinion. So it has the Marina Bay Sands on the left of the view. It has all of downtown on the right. It's a really cool, just calm area. You can come and relax and have a drink too. So that's definitely a plus. So what kind of film are you using?
This is the Fuji Provia 100F.
How much does that cost these days?
$12 US.
$4 a shot, so
Yes.
don't mess it up.
This is a positive film. 100 means ISO 100. You only shoot this in good daylight.
This is Provia and Provia 100, and this is Acros. Acros is black and white. So if I shoot an image with my digital camera, I'm selecting this color mode. So I usually shoot in Provia, but when I do shoot black and white, I choose Acros. So the film simulations in the digital cameras today by Fujifilm perfectly match the color rendition of their original film processing.
We have today 4 of these great Fujifilm cameras that I want to introduce to you. First of all, this big fella shoots 6:9 and it uses 120 film. So can you imagine a digital sensor this big? It will be crazy. The next younger one, it's the Fuji G617. This shoots a panoramic. The size, it's insane. So you set your aperture and your shutter speed, and this is you pre-focus. You can't really see what you're focusing. You see this thing here? It's to guesstimate what you'll be getting on film. Fujifilm and Hasselblad, they both come together and produce this camera. Okay, this is interchangeable. See, voila. Now let's move on to the youngest camera among all, the Fuji GF670. That's the lens. It folds into the camera. If you see here, there is a selector. You flip it up, it shoots in a 6:6 format. If you turn it down, it shoots in a 6:7 format. I've selected 6:6, so I will roll all the way to 6:6 and I stop. Looking at the counter here, I would carry on until I hit 1. So now this camera is ready to fire.
Can I look through there?
Go ahead.
That just feels interesting to me. I mean, because you go from a circular eyepiece into this panoramic view. It's almost like you're entering into a scene. I feel like we've shot a lot, and I'm really excited to see how the film turns out, but I want to go ahead and stay here and shoot the blue hour. So that's after sunset when all the lights come on in the city. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my camera here and I'm going to automate it so it takes photos for me. So in the menu, I'm just going to use my in-camera interval timer shooting mode, set it to take a photo every 1 minute and 30 seconds. And when I enable that, it's quickly just going to take that first frame. It's going to power down, and then every 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's going to take another shot, which frees me up to go inside. You might be wondering why I decided to shoot in the interval timer mode. Well, one, it freed me up to sit in the air conditioning and have a Singapore sling. I also set it to shoot every minute and a half because I wanted to be able to capture every change as the light went from sunset to blue hour. So later I can choose the best version for the final image.
I was very happy with my digital photos, but I also was curious to see how Edward's film photos looked as well. So the next morning, we headed to a local lab to learn the steps he takes to process positive film.
Welcome to Analog Film Lab.
This is the famous film lab.
Yes, it is. The only lab in Singapore that does positive film development. These are the chemicals that we use to develop positive film. I use this to take out the film. So once it's out, I will cut them and I will load it inside the dark bag. Because once there's any light leak,
it exposes.
Yes, it exposes and it's gone. Close it up, make sure it's secure. I will unzip, I'll take it out, and I'll load it in the machine. This is phototherm, and this is how we process all our films. This fella can do black and white, can do the color negative and color positive, right? So this morning I came into the lab, I processed the shots we did, and they are now drying inside. There you go. 1 and 2. Okay, let's go.
Transfer these.
Elia, the one that you're holding, they are shot on the Fuji GF670.
The 670
Absolutely.
was the compact, the one that folded up. So this was the cityscape from the Peninsula building. Oh, yeah, that looks great. How long did it take you to process these?
About an hour.
It's actually not that bad. I'm really curious about this blue hour shot because we know that this film was ISO 100 film, which is really meant for daylight. So we waited for the golden hour, but this night shot looks pretty good too. I'm actually impressed. I'm gonna learn how to cut the film?
Yes.
Okay. And there's no undo button. Okay, so I better, I better pay attention.
For these panel shots, we will cut in threes.
In threes, okay.
Right? So you see this black line here?
I do.
Very carefully, you go in, make sure you're not cutting into the frame, and you cut it.
There we go. You slide that in.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
3. Take the scissors.
Yep. And cut along the black line.
Obviously a sharp pair of scissors. And then we cut. So it wasn't as bad as I thought, but now I just have to make sure I do it consistently over and over and over again.
I'm sure it wasn't just because of my skills with a pair of scissors, but Edward was able to scan and digitize all these photos, and I think they came out amazing. As if this day couldn't get any better, a visit to Singapore wouldn't be complete without connecting with the wonderful photography community. A huge thanks to everyone who came out to our Flickr Meetup and made this event truly amazing. There are so many photos we took that didn't make it into this episode. To see more of what we captured on film, as well as some special bonus content, head over to our Moments in Time Flickr community. Thank you for watching this episode of Moments in Time. Make sure to tune in next week because it's time to leave Singapore and take the bus to Kuala Lumpur. From street photography to the Batu Caves, things are about to get even more interesting.
All right, show us what you got.
Come on.
All right, high speed action.
Like what?
High speed.
High speed.
You gotta go high speed, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. Go.
All right.